Hello students, I just want to show you real quickly how to track the changes on your draft so you can get some credit for revision, which is part of the research grade. And so you go here to the review, track changes, and every change that you make will be noted in red. First of all, this is a minor thing, but there's extra spacing in between here, and that happens a lot. It defaults on Word to add this 10-point space here, so we want to get rid of that. And now the spacing is correct. And this little bar right here tells me that a change has been made. Okay. Another thing is your last name should not be on the first page. The easiest way to change that is go to Print, Page Setup, Layout, and different first page. So we do that, and then that disappears. We'll go back home again and change it. So what you need to do is go ahead and read your essay aloud. Your ear will catch more errors than your eyes, and then make your corrections. And so I'm just going to do that quickly with maybe the first two paragraphs, or a paragraph and a half. So here we go. Can good be found in bad? Can something once deemed a narcotic be used for healing and relaxation? Well, he starts with two rhetorical questions, which is okay. It is sometimes not the most profound way to start an essay, but we will leave it for now. The legalization of marijuana in some states of the United States is changing the drug's image. This should be possessive. Drug's image and the negative effect it has on American society, known by many names. Marijuana, Mary Jane, pot, weed, grass, reefer, and also industrially as cannabis. The once illegal substance is gaining a renewed popularity. So far there's quite a few be verbs, and I would at some point try to get rid of those, but we keep looking to see where we can do that. The fight to legalize marijuana dates back to the 1960s and finally gaining a foot in American 21st century. The product's image is changing. There's a couple problems with this sentence. First of all, it's not parallel structure. We have the fight dates and the fight gaining, and so we need to change this or this, and so this is not parallel structure because you have this present tense and then this gerund ing, and so you would almost need to add has gained, I guess, is still a weak helping verb, and see it deletes that. A foothold in the 21st century. Foothold 21st century. And this is a run-on sentence. So right here we need to get rid of this and add a semicolon. The product's image that needs to be possessive is changing. Again, it's another weak be verb. I might want to go back and change this later. But let's see what else we can do. Growing up in the 70s, comma, I have seen numerous people use pot. Some still partake of it today. This is a run-on sentence again, because you have two subjects and two verbs, so they need their independent clauses. They need to be separated either by a comma and a coordinating conjunction, or a period and a capital letter, or the semicolon. Okay. Never using the substance out of fear of my father. The movement to legalize could be my epiphany. Now, I don't know if epiphany is the right word here, because that is like an aha moment, and I don't really think that's what he's trying to say. And so I would actually put a little asterisk here and put word choice, question mark, is this the right word? And then I will come back and fix that later. This is just so I know to change it. Okay? In the last 20 years, comma, marijuana's expansion as a player in medical treatment is being accepted as normal practice. Again, we have this weak linking verb, and it's a passive sentence. We don't know who is accepting this as normal practice. And so this is a good time to go ahead and revise the sentence. And you start the subject with who is accepting it. So I'm just going to take a guess here, since this is not my essay. In the last 20 years, medical professionals and maybe American citizens have accepted marijuana's expansion as marijuana's expansion in medical treatments as normal practice. Delete. It's no longer a passive sentence. We know who is doing the accepting now, and we've gotten rid of at least one weak passive verb right here. Okay. Jason McClure reports that 24 states plus the District of Columbia have allowed marijuana use for medical purposes. Even though you say his name right here, we still need to document parenthetically the last name, and it's McClure. I just want to double check, so I'm going to go look at the works cited page down here and see if that's right. Yes, McClure is an online database, so there is no page number. Okay, and so that's the correct way to document. He also states that in many of these states, this is a little repetitive, and also you have this word also breaking up the flow of the sentences, so it needs to have a comma around it. He also argues that in many of these states it is being decriminalized. Who's doing the decriminalization of it, if that's the way to phrase it? So you need to get rid of this passive sentence again. He also argues that in many of these states, let's say lawmakers have decriminalized marijuana, making personal possession of legal amounts of misdemeanor punishable. There we go. So I've gotten rid of another weak passive sentence. Okay? And so I would suggest to you that you go through your entire essay, read it aloud, and make your corrections as you're doing it. Your ear, again, catches more than your eye, and then when you're done, you need to save it as your edited draft so you can upload it with all the changes. And so, get my last name, Zuko's edited research paper, save, and there it is. It's saved, and you'll upload this document to a journal. Now, once you've uploaded the edited document and you've made your changes, you've gotten rid of these little things that you have left as a question for yourself because you want to go back later and fix it. What you need to do to make it a final copy is you go back here to review. It says final show markup. Well, we don't want to show the markup. We just want it to be a plain Jane final. And you will do it like that and save it as your final. And that's it. Good luck.